you my top 6 tips for sales and marketing. You ready for it? Here they are. Number 1, always have an amazing attitude. All right. Now, why should you always have an amazing attitude? Because your attitude determines your altitude. Have you heard that before? Well, your altitude is what goes up. So if you want to see financial altitude, that means you have to have an amazing attitude, because your attitude determines your altitude. Number 2, always agree and understand. It doesn't mean the customer or the prospect or the lead or whoever you're talking to or making a presentation to about your products and services. It don't mean they always right. It just means you're always agreeing and understanding. So they could be saying something flipped or stupid, and I'll be like, okay, I understand. I agree. I get you. I'm not going to disagree with them to create more contention when they may not necessarily agree with me. It doesn't mean they're right. It just means I'm always going to agree and understand where they're coming from to diffuse any contention between us both. Number 3, always respond with solutions. So people call you, people email you, people inbox and DM you. And sometimes what makes it even worse, a lot of people be on social media, well, I don't do this and don't be calling me for that. You could just tell their nasty, slimy attitude, and you're thinking you're trying to make money. You're supposed to be in business. You should be responding with solutions. So somebody called my office and say, hey, Ramone, I'm looking for this, that, there, and the other. Even if I'm not able to give them the best answer or the best solution at that time, I'm going to respectfully say, I understand. Back to number 2, I agree. I get where you're coming from. Well, if you don't mind, let me call you back. Let me look into A, B, and C. Let me reach out to A, B, or C, and I'll get back with you to make sure that we can find the best solution possible. That's how you do that, okay? Number 4, assume nobody sees you. So when you're putting information out on the internet, when you are sharing content and posting on social media like you should be doing, assume nobody sees you. That means you should be putting way more out there than you are. I know you hear people say, well, you need to post once a day. You need to send 1 email a week out. You need to at least text people in your inner circle or in your database once a month. No, you don't. You should be doing 1,000 things every day, because you should assume nobody sees you. Number 5, target the qualified, the able, and the willing. Meaning that when you are sharing things on social media, when you are crafting messages and telling stories and giving presentations and proposals, it should be targeting the qualified, people who are qualified, people who are able and willing to buy your products and services. So there's a thing called a PCP, a perfect client profile. That's who you should be targeting. A lot of times you try to throw a net out to target everybody. You should be targeting somebody. And now you may say, well, if I just target this certain client or this certain type of person, this certain demographic of people, I'm missing out on other people. Not necessarily, because I could be targeting blue and then red, yellow, and green see who I'm targeting, and red, yellow, and green get nosy and be like, why is he just targeting blue? Oh, wow, that can work for red, yellow, and green. So you got to remember to target the qualified, the able, and the willing. And number 6, give something for people to like, for people to know, and for people to trust. What do you mean? Well, you got to like me. So when you see me, do you like me? I'm smiling, I have an amazing attitude. I'm always optimistic and positive. It seems like I'm always providing solutions and strategies. I'm just a positive person. And so I want to give you something to like. Then number 2, once I get your attention, I want to give you something to know. So I got to bring value, something you want to know. I got to provide that know to you. And then once you like me, and then once you listen to me and you learn, because you have more knowledge, the more you listen to me, guess what? You learn to trust me. Those are my 6 top tips for sales and marketing.